Three stocks I'm watching December 2017. That is what we are talking about here today, guys. We are talking about three stocks I'm watching for the month of December. Why I am particularly looking at these stocks in December, guys. December is such a fun month to be in the markets because, generally speaking, the markets go up. Everybody's just in a good spirit. It's Christmas time of year here in the States, and it's just a good time of year. Everybody's just in a good mood. And a lot of times what happens in December is, especially in the last 2 weeks of December, a lot of fund managers just kind of take the time off. A lot of short sellers take the time off, and the markets just do pretty good in December. It's just a good time to be in the market, guys. So we're going to talk about these three stocks for the month of December that I am watching. And remember, after today's video is over, if you are newer to the stock market, make sure you click that second link in the description. That's an 11-part full course on how I pick stocks and goes into exactly why I pick certain stocks and things like that, guys. If you're an experienced investor, click that first link. That is a full 12-part options course in it that should help you advanced investors out immensely. Let's go ahead and get into this, guys. The first stock is L Brands. The first stock I'm watching this month is L Brands. So this is a stock that, if you remember, it used to be on 4 stocks I was buying a few months ago. I kicked it off this past month. This stock in the last 3 months is up over 35%. So basically, since I got behind this stock, it has exploded. Unfortunately, I got out of this one too soon. I got out of this one last month, and since that time, it's gone up like another 15% since I got out, guys. So that's usually what happens when I sell a position. It usually goes up a bunch more, and I'm like, why the heck did I sell? You can't get it at the top sometimes. So L Brands is an interesting name here. This company just reported numbers, actually, their earnings about a week ago here. The company said its earnings per share fell to 29% to 30 cents compared to 42 cents in the same quarter in a year ago period. Its net sales were 2.62 billion, an increase of 1%. L Brands last year announced Victoria's Secret would stop selling swim and apparel to help streamline its business brand and focus more on profitable goods like bras. This was a very controversial move, and they feel like this has hurt Comstor sales. This has hurt sales overall. The only time will tell on if this was the right decision. You can't usually, when you make a big decision like that as a company, you can't just judge it off of a few quarters or even a year or two. You really got to judge it off what's going on with that company 3 to 5 years from now, and was that really a good decision that you just stopped selling more apparel, you stopped selling swimwear, and you kind of focused around underwear, you kind of focused around bras. So time will tell on that. Now, on this past quarter, the last month, L Brands always announces their sales every single month, okay? So L Brands reported October 2017 sales that were actually pretty decent here. October sales rose 5% to 794 million. Quarterly sales rose 1%. October same-store sales rose 2%. So pretty good numbers there. If we look here, this is a chart. And the reason I'll be watching L Brands is I'm very interested to see their November numbers, which will come out December 1st. December 1st, they should release their numbers for how Comstor sales did in November. And if we look at this chart, over the past few years, it's been almost nothing but stellar numbers. We see a lot of 5, 6, 7s, and 8s there, guys, as far as Comstor sales going up until basically they made that decision last year to go ahead and exit the swimwear business and exit the apparel business. Since that time, Comstor sales have been moving in the wrong direction. So I'm paying attention to this one mainly because I want to see what their Comstor sales come out at come here December 1st, guys. That's going to be very interesting for me to see there. And if we look here, this is a company trading around a 15 PE right now. When I got involved with it, it was around a 12 forward PE. So obviously that PE's gone up as the share prices have increased. Just an interesting name to look at, and it's become much more of a value play, type stock, because this used to be, a high flying growth stock. We saw the Comstor sales. It used to be a stock that traded, as far as a PE went, and traded in the 20s and 30s. Even sometimes it would touch the 40s as far as a PE. It's really become a value name out there, and that's why I got involved with it a few months ago. I've obviously completely exited my position now, but should be an interesting one to watch. Number 2 stock here is a huge company, Amazon. This company has had a phenomenal year. It's up almost 52% year to date. It's been an amazing year for Amazon. Now, while I'll be watching Amazon this month, it's going to be very interesting to see how their online sales do. If we look here, every single year Adobe Digital Insights does kind of like projections on what they expect, or what they expected, around Black Friday through Cyber Monday. And if we look here, last year online shopping has been booming thus far in the holiday season. According to Adobe Digital Insights, e-retailer sales in the United States totaled 9.6 billion from Thanksgiving Day to basically the Cyber Monday there. So if we look there, sales this year should be well over $10 billion in the online space. And they said last year, naturally, Amazon, the world's largest e-retailer operation, is a huge beneficiary of strong online sales push. Amazon doesn't release sales data, but InternetRetailer.com estimates that 4.74 billion worth of web purchases were made on the site from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday. That would represent a staggering 37%. So it'll be very interesting to see what type of numbers they come out with here. Once again, Amazon does not announce those numbers, but a lot of these back-end programs and whatnot can kind of figure out how much Amazon's doing in sales versus other players in the space. So that's why I'm going to be watching this one here. And if we look here, their Prime Day was unreal, guys. Their Prime Day was unreal. Amazon said Wednesday, and this is obviously back in the summertime when Prime Day happened. Amazon said Wednesday that sales event was the biggest day ever, with sales surpassing its 2016 Black Friday and Cyber Monday results. Prime Day sales grew by more than 60% from the same 30-hour window in 2016. Okay, so I mean, if they could do another 60+% come this Cyber Monday and come Black Friday, that would be unreal. I don't think they would do a number like that, but if they could have a 20-30+% gain over what they did last year, guys, that's amazing type numbers for Amazon. So I'll be very interested to see what comes out. Also, Amazon is a company I'll be paying attention to in December because I'll be interested to see what type of deals they have as far as are they doing against other competitors out there. How do their deals stack up against, let's say, a Best Buy, against, say, a Walmart, against Target, because Amazon can kind of force the retail game. Amazon's become so big and so powerful now that if Amazon has the pricing power, then everybody has to come down even lower to make their products viewable, right? Because in a space, what do? You go online, you see, okay, I want to buy a PlayStation 4. You go to Amazon first, okay, and you see what's their pricing. Okay, Amazon's priced here. Then you see Best Buy, then you see Walmart, and then if Best Buy and Walmart aren't comparable, then obviously you just buy on Amazon, right? Because you don't have to go to the store and those kinds of things. So should be very interesting to see how Amazon pushes everybody as far as the sales go. So I'll be watching to see what type of sales they have on those super popular products that people are looking for this holiday season. Amazon's an interesting company here. This is a company that profits are blowing up right now. We see the trailing P on this one's almost a 300, but the forward P is around a 143, 142 there. So a very interesting company because the profits are just exploding, and they should continue to explode over the next few years, but it's still at an insanely high PE right now. It's unbelievable. Unless, of course, Jeff Bezos pulls back the reins and then says we're going to spend a ton more money, which he's done in the past, where Amazon will look very profitable and all the profits are coming around, and then all of a sudden Bezos will go on a spending spree. Unless that happens, Amazon's profits should explode over the next few years. Very interesting stock, a stock I'll be paying attention to. You got her around the holiday season. Apple is a third stock here. This stock's had an amazing year, almost up 50% year to date. We know the whole markets in general has done very good this year. I will be paying attention to how iPhone 10 ship orders are looking right now. So right now, iPhone 10, we're still at about 2 to 3 week availability. So if you order your iPhone 10, you're still at about 2 to 3 weeks out until you get it. I'll be very interested to see if that number comes down to where it's, at a 2 to 5 day type situation or whatnot. If we stay 2 to 3 weeks throughout December, that means, sales are just going tremendously well on iPhone 10. I don't think there's quite as much of a supply type issue anymore. I think they're at full go as far as supply goes. But man, if they can stay at a 2 to 3 week or at least a 1 to 2 week throughout December, that just means iPhone 10 sales are extremely strong. Also, I'll be paying attention to as far as Apple goes is new device activations. So a firm called Flurry, which is owned by Yahoo, can kind of tell, device activations that happen each year. This past year, Apple had 44% share of top activations by manufacturer. Samsung had around 21%. Huawei came in. They're at 3%. So that should be very interesting. This company that, the profits are just exploding or should explode over the next year or two. It'll be very interesting to see, our profits going to go up about 15% next year, 25%, 35%. We see the forward PE of 14 on this company, coming off of a trailing of almost 20. So very interesting play there, and a company that should be interesting to watch. You know, Amazon and Apple are just really fun companies to watch throughout the month of December, because there's so many sales that are going strictly through Amazon, right? And then there's so many sales that are going straight to Apple, right? We see those are the kind of the two biggest players, so they're very fun stocks to watch in December, and there's a lot to be learned by following their numbers and tracking and those kinds of things, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this today. 3 stocks I'm going to be watching for the month of December. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, if you are new to the stock market, make sure you click that second link in the description. That should help you guys out tremendously. If you're an experienced investor, click that first link in the description there. That should help you out tremendously. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.